One careless step is all it takes to invite a storm of barbed quills. The porcupine pivots suddenly, turning its heavy body toward the approaching threat. It is not an attack, but a warning, a clear, unmistakable command to keep your distance. The cheetah slows, reading the movement. A cautious paw extends, hovering just inches from the pale spines. In an instant, the porcupine erupts in a violent thrash, quills snapping through the air. A sharp cry breaks the silence. The cheetah recoils, startled by the speed and force of the response. Pain flashes across her face, but she does not flee. She recovers quickly, placing herself between her cubs and the danger ahead. Her posture shifts from curiosity to resolve. This is no ordinary prey, it is a living weapon. To her, the porcupine is a puzzle built entirely from defenses. Each angle hides another threat. Each movement risks another wound. She circles slowly, testing with short, controlled steps. The quills rattle together, producing a dry, hollow sound, a warning meant to be heard. One spine drives deep into sensitive flesh, sending a surge of pain through her body. The porcupine begins to retreat, shuffling awkwardly across the ground. The cheetah follows, her hunger sharpening into focus. For a solitary hunter, even a small untreated injury can become a death sentence. Failure here carries consequences far beyond this moment. The air grows heavy as she waits. Every muscle tightens, every breath measured. She searches for a mistake, a gap, a fraction of exposure. The porcupine freezes, transforming into a bristling mound of spikes. Time seems to pause. The hunt hangs suspended between patience and pain. This is the first lesson of the porcupine: survival is paid for in suffering. Pain becomes the currency of education. Her movements change, becoming slower and more deliberate. She lunges again, attempting to pin the thrashing body, aiming for a vulnerable side. But the porcupine spins with surprising precision, offering only its armored back. Several quills find their mark. She staggers backward, shaking her head as heat floods her nerves. Lowering herself to the ground, she begins the grim task of pulling spines free, one by one. Each extraction costs time. Each second drains strength. But instinct refuses to allow retreat. The pain builds, but maternal drive overrides it. She rises again, posture tense, eyes fixed. This charge is faster, fueled by urgency rather than caution. The porcupine answers with another explosive release of needles. The air fills with motion. A sudden snap of powerful jaws follows. She clamps down, ignoring the piercing strikes to her face. The porcupine thrashes violently, driving quills deeper with every movement. Still, she does not release her grip. For a moment, both animals are locked together, endurance against defense. Then the pain surges beyond control. She recoils suddenly, shock rippling through her body. Her coat is now traced with embedded spines, each one a reminder of the cost of persistence. At this point, thought fades and instinct takes over completely. She braces herself, breath heavy, body trembling. There is no elegance left, only resolve. She gathers what strength remains for one final effort. The struggle slows. Exhaustion weighs on both sides. The resistance weakens, movement fading with each passing second. At last, the porcupine collapses, the long fight ending in a final shudder. Silence returns to the ground. She releases the heavy, spined body onto the earth. Her chest rises and falls as she stands motionless, recovering. The cubs approach cautiously, drawn by stillness rather than sound. They do not rush. They sense the aftermath of effort and pain. The hunt is complete, but the price has been high. In the wild, survival is never guaranteed. Every victory leaves its mark, and every lesson is written in scars. Photographer stands at a distance, camera steady, waiting for the moment when the wild reveals its truth. In the fading light, shapes move through the grass, silent, deliberate, coordinated. This is not chaos. This is strategy. Among all species of the savanna, the lion remains unmatched in authority. Not because it is always the fastest, or the largest, but because it understands power, how to apply it, and when to act together. As night settles over the land, more than 8 lionesses emerge from the darkness. They do not rush. They spread out, forming a living circle, each one reading the movement of the others. Their target towers above them, a massive elephant, strong, experienced, and dangerous. An elephant is not typical prey. Its size alone is enough to deter most predators. But hunger changes the rules, and cooperation rewrites them entirely. The lionesses move with patience, testing distance, forcing the elephant to turn, to react, to waste energy. Every step is calculated. Every pause is intentional. This is not brute force, it is pressure. The elephant trumpets, spins, attempts to break through the formation. But the circle tightens. What begins as resistance slowly turns into exhaustion. From the shadows, the photographer captures what few ever witness, the raw reality of survival. Dust rises. The ground trembles. The night fills with sound. One lioness lunges, then another. They retreat, then strike again. Each movement weakens the giant before them. Hours can pass in moments like this. The savanna does not rush its decisions. Finally, the balance shifts. The elephant stumbles. The coordinated effort reaches its end. When the dust settles, silence returns. The pride gathers. Not in celebration, but in necessity. This victory feeds not one lion, but an entire family, cubs, mothers, and the future of the pride itself. At the center of this world stands the lion, not just an individual, but a system. A social predator built not only for strength, but for unity. The male lion may not lead the hunt, but his presence defines the territory. His role is protection, dominance, and order. Together with the lionesses, the pride becomes something greater than the sum of its parts. This is why the lion remains the king of the savanna. Not because it stands alone, but because it never truly does. Captured through a lens, this moment becomes more than an image. It becomes a reminder of what survival demands in the wild: cooperation, patience, and an unbreakable bond. In a land ruled by hunger and instinct, the lion and its family continue to reign, not by chance, but by design.